So I want to record this so that way we can talk and they have at least an idea of what's happening with, I'm saying, the Americans and then the Romanians. That's about the best way I can internet, because I mean, we have 2 international students already within this group, so the best way to kind of keep some cohesion and keep from losing my mind is stateside, the other side. Anyway, so I told them I was going to record this so that way we can what in the hell is that? So that they can see what's going on. And I wanted to get them in at some point, but just to get the ball rolling for us to get at least a couple of these decisions made, figure out what our basic strategy is, and go from there. One of the nice things I saw is that if you look on chapter 12 of the Capsim guide, it has all the 6 strategies, and then they all have a mission statement already. So that is one thing that's kind of nice. And if I'm throwing in a vote, I was just saying I think the niche differentiator with the high technology, just to target the high-end market and be like the AMD or the Intels of this specific thing. But that's just my vote. What do you guys think?
It's kind of how in the last time we did this in my undergrad, that's kind of how my group went too. So I wouldn't mind doing that, going that route. But I mean, it's whatever everybody wants to do.
Nikki Muhammad?
Yeah, I'm fine with it, with high end.
Yeah.
Because we'll probably end up having to adjust based on everybody else anyway. So, and wherever we start may not be where we end up at the end of it. So it's just the starting point at this point.
And I'm not trying to take the lead or anything like that. So I'm just feel free to talk or whatever we want to talk about. I mean, I don't think we need to meet for too long this evening, but just want to get at least that down. And I don't know if there's anything else we need to talk about, but. I guess one thing are all 4 of us at least on Microsoft Teams? I think we all joined that Teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say that's probably where we want to create our documents. The only caveat would be is if our our Romanian friends have access to it too. When I spoke to them the last time via the WhatsApp, I don't know if there was something lost in translation, or I don't know if they have access to that. So the question is going to be is, do we keep using that, or do we go into something like Google that we can create, documents, PowerPoints and stuff together? That remains to be seen at this point. So I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that as of right now, but. I'll take that as a no. So based off of what we heard, well, I guess kind of heard, it was, one of those things where it was just like the entire night. I don't know if that was the same with you guys, but based off of what we heard, besides the general reading, was there anything else we really need to do besides get those 2 or 3 slides ready for the 24th to have the strategic vision and the mission statement?
Outside, like just trying to get the practice rounds and stuff entered.
Well,
because we were deadline on that for Sunday. There wasn't really anything that my understanding that we had to do until that 24th date.
Do you guys have any, at least, and again, we don't have our other 2, so we're going to have 6 people with us.
Right.
Do you guys have any ideas of how you want to run the simulation? Like, is there specific areas you guys want to just focus on? Is there do we just want to make the decisions as a group within like WhatsApp, or if we can get into all of us into teams, do that?
Or should we just divide it? Like, let's say if you do the production and then like, I don't know. That's what
Have
we
you guys
did.
went through?
We just divided the, I was in charge of like the productions and stuff.
Oh, so you already have a good idea of that then, huh?
That's kind of how we did it in undergrad too, is we split it up. But
Yeah, we
with
have
6 people, it's going to be hard to get, because there was 4 different sections. So with 6, we'll have to double up on 2 of them.
Yeah, I mean, we got, what is it, R&D, marketing, finance, and production as of right now. And I think later on in the game, we get HR and maybe something else opens up.
That would make sense, yeah. That sounds right.
I know, like, if you don't get the R&D done, and then like you can really make a decision in like a production and stuff.
Right, yeah, they affect each other.
Yeah. Really.
I don't know. I have, like, in my experience in undergraduate, like in my group, the person who take like marketing section, like he spent like 2 rounds, he did mistake, then we lose a lot of points for that.
They make a mistake, then we just kick them out the group and you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm open. We just need to figure out a way to get our other 2 partners involved with it. And I know they're about 8 hours ahead of us. So that's the only kind of interesting thing that's going to. Have you guys went through the tutorials yet?
For what?
For Capsim. If you go into the Capsim simulation, it has getting started, and then it kind of walks you through going through how to make some of the decisions for all the different sections.
Was it a video, right? I haven't watched the video.
There's a video, but then it has there's like an actual walkthrough where you actually input different things where it teaches you how to do that again.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. I was just looking at the guy and stuff.
Yeah, I'll probably do it probably tomorrow sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes about 30 minutes or so.
I vaguely remember everything, but it's good to kind of know how each is going to affect the other part.
Yeah, I didn't do half as much stuff as I've already done for this class as I did when I was in the other course. So I definitely feel like I know a lot more about it this time than I did the last time. So, all right. Well, for this first group, I think what we should do then is each take a specific, at least the 4 of us, the Americans. And I know you're not all American, but
yeah.
So the American team take one of the 4 sections, and then once I get this video out to them, we'll also, or one of us or I can get in touch with the other, the Romanian group via WhatsApp, let them know who's doing what, and see if they have a specific industry or a section that they want to work with. And then they can team up with that person to make those specific decisions. I think that's probably the best way as of right now, until we can figure out a good way to get in touch with them to get their decision in or what they want to do.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, that sounds logical.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess the next question is, do you guys have any, I know Nikki, you said, okay, so Nikki, before we go any further, how do you actually pronounce your name? Not Nikki, how do you pronounce the K?
Cayenne.
Cayenne?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cayenne Lai.
Cayenne Lai. Okay. That's what I was wanting to know. But anyway, so Cayenne, I know you were saying that you had some experience with production. You don't necessarily need to stay there, but if you want to, if you feel comfortable there, that's fine. And the same with the Muhammad and Alec. I don't know if you guys have a specific area. I don't. So whichever
I
one
didn't
doesn't get
either.
chosen.
I kind of messed around in a little all the different areas because we kind of had to adjust stuff after the first couple of rounds where it was hitting the fan. So we had to just kind of get together and have everybody look at different parts and make adjustments that way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it doesn't really matter to me what part we work on, but we'll have these 2 rounds to figure out, okay, who's best going to fit in here and who has an easier time. So
Yeah.
just pick and choose and see.
All right. Any takers then?
I can do the production.
Okay, so I got Kyan doing production. Alec, Muhammad.
I mean, I can do finance, I guess. I'm gonna have to look at the sections. I don't remember exactly how each one works.
It's finance, production, research and development, and marketing. Mohammed, any marketing or R&D?
I'm not good in the marketing.
Okay, so we'll go Muhammad R&D, and then myself, I will do marketing. So I will get on that right away because I know mine feeds into production as well as into, I guess, even finance. So
yeah, and I think finance is a little bit on production too. Because I know it determines you need to have a certain. I don't know if there's much to do now. I know later on in the game you kind of have more leeway to do stuff, but
yeah, because I know. Oh, sorry. I was going to say I know that marketing or finance on the production page. There's the accounts payable section down at the bottom too, and you can see all that kind of stuff too. So, but yeah, I don't really think unless we're introducing a new product right away, which I don't think. I think that's going to be later on down the line once we kind of see things going on. But
yeah, especially if we want to go into the more differentiated, we want to kind of focus on put the money into the one product to differentiate and make the product, and then deal with the new product later. I think that's more how the game will work that way.
Sounds good. Well, then I think for this portion, then for the doing the decisions, I think all of that should be kept within the. So there's 2 groups right now on WhatsApp. So the Romanians, we have a separate group that's just the Americans that, because we know you're probably sleeping right now. It's 8:45 p.m. here, so it's like 3-4 in the morning for you guys. So we have one that's just for our group, and then we have a group that has both of you in it as well. So we'll put everything within that group that we're talking about for at least decisions until we get an idea if you guys can get on Microsoft Teams or if we're going to Google or something. So that'll be our main form of communication for at least for the time being, since everybody seems to be on it. So yeah, so I think is there anything else we really need to get done tonight, or is everything else just making the decisions?
Yeah, and it's the decisions are due our time midnight Sunday. Or is
I
it
thought it was
Saturday?
11.
11?
Is it the coming
Oh,
Saturday?
yeah. It's 11 our time, Central Time, on the 17th.
17.
That doesn't seem right. Maybe that's the first round. Unless you change that, because I'm looking at the practice round in Capsim now, and practice round 1. Round ends 2:17 at 11 p.m. So it'd be 2 weeks from today.
Yeah, 17th, 11 p.m.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so
that's when our
we actually have more time than I thought we did. So
okay.
we
Well, then
can kind
perfect.
of,
Yeah.
we can kind of just play around and see what things look like, and just kind of go through a rehearsal and get reacclimated with the software and stuff, and play around in there, and then make our decisions. At least probably that latest that next weekend before the 17th. Get those in so we can see kind of how it affects the market and stuff.
Yeah, I like that. So I think since we got that extra week now, what we should do is first and foremost, Lordana and Stoica, if you guys would pick which one of the sections you want to be a part of, and then start communicating with that person. And like I said, I'll put that information in the WhatsApp chat. And then by next week, I'd say by the 10th, have an idea of who you want to work with, and then you guys start communicating so that by the following week, and so like the 13th, 14th, you guys are already starting to kind of figure out what decisions you want to make. Because we should have everything. I'd like to have everything in by that Monday or Tuesday, even before that Wednesday, just so we're a little ahead of the game. And if we need to do any last minute stuff, we can do it on that Wednesday evening. But for the most part, everything will already be taken care of. And because I think it's a year, right?
That gives us time to adjust, like you're saying, with the production and the finance, and I think they're all tied together in some way or another. So it may affect how we make decisions in one section, may affect how we have to adjust in another. So leaving time to kind of look at that once we get all that information in is probably good.
Cool. All right, then. Well, I think that is everything we needed to, unless there's something else that you guys can think of.
Nothing I can think of right now.
Yeah. Cool. Well, then if there's nothing else, let's just go ahead and call it. Like I said, I'm going to take this. I was recording this. I'm going to put it on YouTube. I'll put the link in in one of the groups, the group number 1 with everybody. If you guys want to watch it again, great. And other than that, I will also send in that group chat just kind of a breakdown of what we're doing, who's on what, and then, so that the Romanians can connect with one of us.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Well, then, if there's nothing else, have a good rest of your night, and I will talk to y'all later.
Yep. Talk to you later.
Yeah.